What up, legends? Thank you for tuning in to another video from the Chevy Bros channel. This is the third video of our Apex Legends playlist. If you have not seen the previous videos, they will be linked in the video description below. In this video, we will be showing you the different legends that you can choose before starting a match and their unique abilities. We have some footage of each ability to help you distinguish what the ability actually does. Also, we will cover some of the pros and cons for each legend and some suggestions on how they should be used. If you enjoy the video, please like. If you want to see more, subscribe, or don't. With that being said, let's get started. The legends can be found before you go into a match under the legends menu. The first legend we're going to cover is actually one of the more common legends called Bloodhound. His passive is Tracker, his tactical is Eye of the All-Father, and his ultimate is Beast of the Hunt. First ability I'm going to show you is Eye of the All-Father, which is where he will scan the area and show you and your teammates where an enemy might be. The next one I'm going to show you is called Beast of the Hunt, which is the ultimate, which allows you to run faster and see footsteps of the enemies and where they've been and track them down like you would if you were hunting. The next ability is called the Tracking ability. Shows up as a diamond right in front of you as you're running or as you're walking by, and it basically shows you the activity of an enemy within the last 30 seconds. If you're an aggressive player, then Bloodhound's perfect for you. The only downside to Bloodhound is he has about a medium-sized hitbox. The next legend I'll be covering is called Gibraltar. His passive is Gun Shield, his tactical is Dome of Protection, and his ultimate is Defensive Bombardment. You'll notice that in this screen you can also see a brief description of what the abilities are. Gibraltar just feels a little clunky and slow because of his size. Here you will see his ultimate, which is the Defensive Bombardment, which is essentially just an airstrike that he calls in. What it'll do is it'll damage the other players. It'll also damage your players, so keep that in mind. And then it will also impair their vision and their ability to fight. Take a look at the shield I placed down. This is the tactical ability, which is the Dome, which will protect you and other players. The next ability is the passive ability, which is essentially a shield that goes around the weapon that you're using as you're aiming down sights. I don't recommend using Gibraltar in general. None of our teammates do, and it's mainly because of his very large hitbox. He can easily be shot, and he's usually the first one to go down. The next legend we'll cover is called Lifeline. She is primarily a medic, so you'll notice the passive is a combat medic, the tactical is Doc Heal Drone, and the ultimate is a care package that she can call in as long as it's been regenerated, which is very valuable in a match. Lifeline is one of the more common legends that are used amongst any team. The tactical ability is the Bot, which essentially heals you and your teammates. It does take a little bit of time, but definitely avoids having you use any med packs. The next ability is the ability to call in the care package, which is the ultimate ability. It does take a little bit of time to generate this, which will show you how to make it generate a lot faster by finding items on the map. But essentially this is a care package that you and your teammate or anyone else can have access to. One of the downsides of this ability is that it's not stealthy. Everybody will see it coming in and they'll know just about where you're located on the map. Finding the ultimate accelerant and giving that ultimate accelerant to Lifeline is definitely the best use of that item. It will give you and your team an upper hand in finding the best loot for the game. The next ability is the passive ability, which is a shield that will surround you and the teammate that you're picking up when you're picking up other teammates. Lifeline is definitely a legend that we would recommend using on any team. The next legend we'll be covering is called Pathfinder. This passive ability is the Insider Knowledge, which allows you to scan beacons. The tactical ability is the Grappling Hook, and the ultimate ability is the Zipline Gun. I highly recommend using Pathfinder. He definitely gets you elevated where other legends may not have the ability to reach. He can create that zipline. You'll notice on the map here there's little icons that look like little beacons. Those are specifically for Pathfinder, and that what it is it's an icon for a piece of equipment that looks like this. What you'll do is you'll go up to this piece of equipment, you'll hold down the interact button, until he's done, and he'll tell you that the map has been updated. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see a green circle, and that is the next zone, which you and your teammates will see. His tactical ability is the grapple, which can be very evasive. The ultimate ability is the zipline gun, which it comes in handy when you're trying to get around different squads. Like I was saying, it's an all-around great tool to use. The next legend that we'll be covering is Wraith. And now Wraith is the most common legend that's used. Her passive is being able to hear voices when someone's aiming at you. Her tactical is Into the Void, and her ultimate is the Dimensional Rift. The first ability I'm going to use is Into the Void, which turns me invisible and allows me to reposition without being seen. Next ability is called the Dimensional Rift, which is where she drops a portal that takes you from point A to point B very quickly and can be used strategically when you're battling another team, or just reposition yourself onto a map and keep all of your teammates together. Both you and your teammates, as well as the enemies, can use this portal, so use it wisely. Her passive ability is when she's being aimed at, she will say, "You're being aimed at." If you're an aggressive player, then I highly recommend Wraith, plus she has a smaller hitbox. The next legend I'm going to cover is Bangalore. Her passive is called Double Time, tactical is Smoke Launcher, and ultimate is Rolling Thunder. Bangalore is very similar to Gibraltar in terms of the abilities that she has, which I'll show you here. First, I'll show you the ultimate, which is similar to Gibraltar. It's the Rolling Thunder, and what it'll do is basically call in a airstrike of missiles, which will damage and impair the enemy team, as well as your team if you're in the midst of the missiles. The next ability I'm going to show you is the Smoke Grenade or Smoke Launcher, which is just a smoke launcher. It deploys smoke, which can be used to pick up players or be used as cover. And also you'll notice that she'll run really fast when she's being attacked or running away. This is the passive ability, which is always enabled and doesn't need to regenerate. The next legend I'm going to cover is Caustic. Now this is a legend that you do have to unlock. Their passive ability is Nox Vision, the tactical is Nox Gas Trap, and the ultimate is the Nox Gas Grenade. Caustic is one of the more common legends that are used in this game, however his hitbox is much larger. The first ability you'll notice is throwing down these canisters. These canisters will explode whenever a hostile is running by them, and it'll trigger gases to release, which will hurt them as well as impair their vision. The next ability I'm showing here is the Gas Grenade, same gas that releases, and it does the same effect. The passive ability is he can essentially function normal within this gas. The canisters that I'm about to run by weren't placed by myself, that was placed by the enemy, and it will have no effect on me, which is why I'm running by them and triggering them so that they run out and my teammates know where they're at. The last legend to date that you can unlock is called Mirage. His passive ability called Encore, the tactical ability Psych Out, and the ultimate ability Vanishing Act. Mirage isn't that commonly used, but it is definitely above normal. The first ability I'm going to use is called Psych Out, which is a decoy that I can send in any direction that I point. Keep in mind he will not climb, he will not jump. The next ability is the ultimate, which is where you just saw me vanish. Nobody can see me when I'm using the ultimate, and it does take a little bit of time to regenerate. Next but not least is when I die or go down, it will show a decoy which other players might see and shoot and not notice my downed body. That's going to wrap up this video about the legends. Obviously, as new legends release, we are going to update this playlist to include the new legends and give you everything you need to know about those legends. If you liked the video, please give us a like. If you want to see more content or a different type of content, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching the Chevy Bros channel, and GG's.